Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Dr. Kat Collage from Bespoke's New York City location, and this week what we're going to talk about is strength exercises specifically for the hips. So last week we talked about ways to mobilize and open up the hips after you've been sitting for a long period of time, maybe having some discomfort into that hip area. This week we're going to talk about things that you should do to follow up that mobility work, right? It's one thing to be nice and flexible, have a lot of movement, but we also need to stabilize in all those ranges of motion. What we're going to do today is go through 3 exercises that are really going to set you forward in your workouts. One of my all-time favorite exercises for strengthening the hips and all the muscles around them are goblet squats, right? They're super, super nice because they get us nice and deep into a squat, position that we honestly don't tend to do that much day to day. So for this exercise, you're going to take a kettlebell or a dumbbell. I like kettlebells because they tend to be a little bit easier for me to hold, but whatever you have available to you is fine. We're going to hold that nice and close in front of our chest. You can see my elbows are tucked nice and close underneath. Right, I'm going to come down into my squat position, right? Pausing for a second before I shoot back up. Right? Nice and controlled on the way down. Then I'm coming up nice and fast and powerful. If you're looking at me from the side, you're going to see I'm not extending my back at all, right? I'm keeping a nice, strong core. Coming down, back is nice and straight, and shooting up. Second exercise that we're going to do today is called the staggered stance RDL, right? I like these because we're able to individually work each leg and not let one leg kind of compensate for the other. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the hand that's opposite of the forward leg, right? So if I have my right leg forward, my left hand is holding that kettlebell or dumbbell. My back foot is kind of gently placed a couple of inches behind that front foot, not having a lot of weight in this leg. It's just there to kind of help me balance, stabilize so I don't fall over. I'm going to be bending from that front hip and shooting that hip forward, right? Thinking about karate chopping myself in half, coming back up. Back is nice and straight the whole time. One thing that I don't want to see is trying to get super, super low and touch the floor. As you can see, my back is rounding there. That is not the goal for today. So you want to stay nice and straight. Pop back up nice and strong. Last exercise for today is an interesting looking one. This is a hip flexor drop. So what we're going to do, we're going to need a bench and we're going to need a little mini kettlebell. Anything from like 2 to 5-ish pounds is good. We're going to take that kettlebell, stick the front of our foot in it, right? You can use a little towel there if it's uncomfortable for you, but it shouldn't be too bad. You're going to hold that other leg nice and secure with that foot that has that kettlebell hooked into it. You're going to extend down, nice and controlled, and pull up, right? If you need a little bit more balance, you can hold on to the bench here, extend down, and pull up. It's a fun one, a lot more challenging than it looks, but try it out, tell us what you think, and we'll see you again next week for recovery tools to speed up that hip recovery.